the Isle of Capri. You can get there by boat directly from Amalfi or from Positano. There's hydrofoil service a couple times a day. It only takes 25 minutes to get out to Capri by boat. But in our case, we're driving back to Sorrento to our home base and catching one of the frequent ferry shuttles from Sorrento on out to the Isle of Capri. By the way, the pronunciation of the island does vary a little bit. Americans tend to call it Capri. Italians call it Capri, which is the original and more correct way of saying the name of this fabulous island. Leaving Sorrento, you can see the cliffs lining the town, typical of most of the coastline of the peninsula. Rounding the rocky headlands, we can see Capri in the distance. It's just 3 miles offshore in the blue waters of the Bay of Naples. You could say that Capri is one of the oldest resorts in the world. For as far back as 2,000 years ago, it was a summer residence of the Roman rulers. Caesar Augustus stayed here, and particularly the Emperor Tiberius spent the last 10 years of his rule in Capri, and it's been a popular spot ever since. Arriving in the little harbor called Marina Grande on the north shore of the island. Now, when you get off the boat, you're faced with several choices, all of them nice. You can take the little cog railway up to the village of Capri, or you can take another boat out to the Blue Grotto, or you can take a tour with a taxi, a private guided tour. That's what we chose to do. We weren't planning on it, but the taxi driver sounded friendly, so we got in the car and off we went.
No problem. Now we go make a nice ride in Capri. The first place we go to the Grotto, Blue Grotto. We go a little around, go big, proud. And then from Blue Grotto we stop in Anacapri. And after from Anacapri we go see the south side where live many rich people, Marina Piccola. You know, Marina Piccola means small beach, little beach. And after the Marina Piccola, we go to Capri village. Then you see many shopping in case you want to spend some money to Capri.
Good.
All right?
Okay, sounds great. Is this the main road that we're on here?
Yes, sir. It's only one road.
Only one road. Wow.
Look at these nice flowers, you see?
Yeah, Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea, yes, sir. Oh, it's nice.
No crowds.
It's nice. Paradise. It's nice. Paradise. In the winter time, it's the same. You know why? Because it's never cold here, never snow. You understand, sir?
Yeah.
And this island, we make good wine and olive oil, you know.
Oh, wow. Really, there's the olive trees right there.
Yes. Now is a good time to go to Blue Grotto. Because it's quiet.
Yeah.
And the sun is in good position. I mean, you see good reflex inside, you know.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's why now we go to the grotto. I hope there is quiet. It's good for you, you know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Now behind the steps there is a Blue Grotto entrance. You take a little rowboat and you make a nice ride inside of the grotto. Okay?
Perfect. That's great. So we had arrived through the back door, as it were, by coming overland in a taxi, unlike everybody else who came by boat from Marina Grande. No matter how you get there, be sure to go to the Blue Grotto because it's a fantastic experience. It's one of the reasons that you've come to Capri. It's a sea cave and you go in on a little rowboat. If you want to stay inside the cave a little longer than the customary 3 or 4 minutes, then give your boatman a tip. Give him an extra $5 or $10, and he'll be very happy, and so will you.
It's a special boat.
Okay. Our boatman was very friendly and very persuasive and managed to extract from us an even larger tip than we thought we were offering, but that was fine. It worked out beautifully in the end. Okay, 15,000. So how much total?
13,000.
Okay, so 15,000. Yeah, sure.
Special round, special Special complete. Piano, piano.
Okay, very piano, very piano.
Inside, 2 rounds inside.
At least, maybe 3.
Yes.
We're excited with the anticipation of entering and the lively boatmen yelling back and forth and payments being made. We're ready. Hawaii.
Barchetta, yeah. And Santa. Santa Lucia.
After a short wait, it's now our turn to go inside the grotto. Duck your head. Of course, photographs or video can only give you the smallest hint of how much fun it is to be inside this blue grotto with the amazing light bouncing around, shimmering, glowing up out of the deep blue sea. In part, this magical effect is created by sunlight bouncing off the cave floor, which is about 60 feet below the water's surface. The cave floor is white sand and white rock, and the water is the perfect depth to filter out all of the colors except for blue. Truly magical phenomenon found only here on Capri inside the Blue Grotto. So let's relax for a minute and listen to the music of our singing boatmen and enjoy the sights of this azure sea. Like any travel experience, you really have to be there to get the full value out of it. You just can't look at pictures when you're talking about the Blue Grotto. You've got to be inside the Blue Grotto, seeing the water directly with your retina to really have things register. It's a stupendous, phenomenal experience. While everybody gets back on their boats to go back to Marina Grande, we climb the steps and rejoin our driver who tells us some about the history of the Blue Grotto.
Blue Grotto original was in Roman time was a private swimming pool of Tiberius.
Really?
Yes, but from Roman time to now, the island went down in this side a little bit. And where is entrance with boats now, in the Roman time was window for the light, you understand?
Sure. So it had more light.
More light inside, yes. 100 years ago, the first people was in the grotto with the boats, there was the German people. They came here, they went inside and they saw the blue water, and then after they make a propaganda for everybody, you understand?
Germans.
Germany.
Where are we going now?
Now we go to Anacapri, and then you make a nice walk around to go see Saint Mike Museum, Saint Michel. Even nice view, and after you go see Saint Mike Church.
Okay.
Saint Mike Church is very important because you see all the floor, ceramic floor, you know, it's very important, very nice to see. And then in Anacapri village. And after from Anacapri we go see Marina Piccola to the best side of Capri.
Oh, okay. How many people live on Capri all year round?
We live about 13,000 people. Out the tourist people, you know. In the summer, next month, now already, till to end of September, we are about 25,000 people. And then we have each day between 10 to 12,000, you know, just to see Capri. They come in the day and then they go out in the evening, you know.
About how many hotel rooms are there on the island?
We have, I think, 150 hotels around the Capri. I mean, the Capri, Anacapri, you know, the south and the north, all over.
150. And most of them pretty small, 20 rooms,
Yes.
30 rooms.
Yes. And then we have many private homes, apartment, you understand? They rent just for the summer, huh? Villa, you know, little apartment, little flat.
Do you have a 5-star hotel?
Big, yes. Sana is one of the best. It's very big. Anacapri is the highest point of Capri. That's why we call Ana. Ana means half, high.
Oh, okay. Now we're entering Anacapri?
Anacapri, yes.
And is this the main town for the people?
Yes.
For the local people?
Yes.
So are we in Anacapri now?
It is an Anacapri again, yes, sir. So now you go to the left side and you go see San Mike Villa. It's a museum. Huh?
Okay.
And when you come back, you go down there. To the left of the side, you see the big gate, and there is Anacapri village, where you see San Mike Church, shopping, and all the town of Anacapri.
We really expected to find crowds everywhere in the villages on Capri, but it turned out not to be the case. Once we got into the heart of this little part of town, Anacapri, it seemed like this is more of an area for local people.
Hey, salute. Come va? Grazie.
The cafes are local, the church is local, the tourists were in the other shopping mall, and they were in the main town of Capri. This is the town of Anacapri. It's a little higher, it's about 900 feet high, and it's considerably smaller, and it's further away from the boats, from the harbor, and so therefore it's harder to get to. You can't just step off the boat and walk to it as you can to the other village of Capri that we'll be seeing shortly in our program. So Anacapri is a nice little contrast. It's just a little country town, and there's a couple of these pedestrian thoroughfares that run right through the heart of Anacapri, and the locals are just kicking back and talking story and passing the time of day. There's not a lot to do here, but there are some shops, and there is this cute little church, San Michele. Well worth a visit, particularly because of its ceramic tile floor that depicts the Garden of Eden and paradise. It's really quite a sight. Ceramic tiles is very much an art medium of southern Italy. You'll find it in Naples and in Sorrento, Amalfi, and here in Capri. In this case, it's a beautiful mosaic mural that covers the entire floor of the church, depicting Adam and Eve and the different animals of paradise. Adam and Eve just at the time of the fall. You get a good perspective on the mural by climbing up this circular wrought iron staircase, which is a little bit of a mini adventure in itself. You pay a slight admission to get into the church. It's 1,000 lira, which in today's terms is about 60 cents. And have a look at the floor, climb up the stairs, take your pictures, climb back down the stairs, and then you can walk around on the ground floor and see the mural from ground level. And then you're on your way again. There's a museum in Anacapri, Casa Rosa, which we did not go into, but you might try. And then you can also do the chairlift to the top of Monte Solaro, which is the highest point in the island of Capri. There's a chairlift that leaves right from the town of Anacapri. We also didn't do that, but you might find the time to do it. We had an appointment to meet our taxi driver who is going to continue our expedition around the island. We're off now to Marina Piccola.
You live in Anacapri.
No, I live to the south, Marina Piccola, the south side of Capri.
By your beach.
Nearer to
So-
the beach, yes.
Do you go fishing?
When I'm free, yes.
Where are we going now?
To the south side, to the beach, Marina Piccola.
Oh, okay. High season is July, August,
In
September.
September, yes.
September is the best month?
Best month, yes. If you come here after 20 September,
Yeah.
Capri is like a paradise. Very quiet, very nice, yes.
20th of September.
Yes, till to end of October. Still a nice weather and quiet.
Yeah. So
Very-
October's good.
Yes.
April is a nice time to be there. May is a very good time to be in Capri. This was photographed during the month of June when you'd think it might be hot and crowded, but actually it wasn't hot. It was about 80 degrees. And as you can see, it doesn't look very crowded. The buses were crowded, however, as you'll see in a few minutes. But when you've got your own driver, it doesn't matter. We were very lucky to have Franco. He turned out to be a wonderful person who was born and raised on the island. And coming up in a minute, he's got a little surprise for us, but we'll save that for you. He takes us to the end of the road, a place he knows very well, Marina Piccola. It's a cute little beach with a protected swimming area. And there's also a few restaurants here at the end of the road. There's some fast food places and some elegant dining and a few small hotels scattered, but most of the action in Capri happens on the other side, the north side of the island, at Marina Grande and the little village of Capri. This bus shuttles back and forth from Marina Piccola to the village of Capri. As you can see here, the bus looks pretty empty, but in a few minutes when we're in Capri, you'll see how crowded it really gets. We were happy to have the services of our taxi driver, Franco.
That every
So what are some of the nice little hotels here, say 2 stars, 3 stars? What are some?
I show you one down here on this side, little one. It's a nice hotel. Little hotel, but a nice hotel. 3 stars with the breakfast in the morning. Now you come with me, I show you where I live.
Okay, great. Hollywood.
Look to the right, I show you a little hotel. There is a nice hotel, look.
Hotel Northwest.
It's a little and nice one, a garden. And not big and quiet.
And then we found out why our driver likes this particular hotel so much. To our surprise, it turns out that the driver owns the hotel. He and his wife converted their house some years ago into a small hotel. Their daughter helps to run it. And they've got 14 rooms. They serve breakfast. And they're making a nice living, enjoying the good life here in Capri.
Before that was a normal house till to 6 years ago, and 6 years ago I was talking with my wife, and she said to me, why we not make a little hotel? And now already we have this little hotel, and the name of the hotel is Nautilus. Anyway, it's heavy because you work many hours, but afterwards you go be happy because business is okay.
Yeah. It turns out his daughter's an architect and his wife is Swiss. So what a perfect combination to run a small family hotel. Taxi driver brings the customers home, puts them up in a lovely spot. They are only a few minutes walk from the beach at Marina Piccola. A pleasant garden and bar right at the hotel, a couple of house cats to play with and call your own. It's a real family operation run by 3 very friendly people. So what a stroke of fortune for us that when we stumbled off the boat at the beginning of the day back at Marina Grande and into Franco's taxi, it turned into quite a day's adventure. This can happen to you on Capri as well. It's an island of magic. And if you approach it in the right way, you're going to have a good day. And you can see much of Capri in one day. Or better yet, why don't you spend the night in one of these cute little hotels and stay here for a couple of days. In the evening, Capri is even more peaceful because the day trippers have all gone home. We have one more site left to see on the island. That's the main town, the town of Capri. Our driver drops us off with a few tips and he'll come back in a couple hours to pick us up.
this way, and you go see the main square of Capri. And when you be there, you turn to the right till to the big hotel Quisisana. When you are in the front of the hotel, you cross again to the right and you go see Agassiz Garden. Go there because it's very nice place. And where you find the shopping and nice view.
So we enter the town, and right away there's a slightly different character involved here. It's a little bit more crowded, and the buses here are real crowded. You've got to wait online, and the bus comes once every 15 minutes, and you might not get on that bus because it's packed full of sardines, so you might have to wait another 15 minutes for the next bus and pack onto that one. But hey, it's a good way to get around the island. It's cheap. It's only $1 to take a short bus ride. And the crowd is tolerable, certainly. They're cute little buses, and they go back and forth from Capri to Marina Piccola. And they also go down to the town of Marina Grande, but you can get there better by shuttle on the funicular, as we'll show you in a moment. Plunging into the sidewalk streets of Capri. There's no cars allowed here either, but there are small delivery vehicles, of course, that will wend their way through the crowd. There's lots of places to eat. There's informal snack bars that really are not too expensive. You can get a sandwich for $5 or $6 from some very friendly people. Or you could sit down in a fine restaurant if you wish and spend a lot of money for a great meal. The same price range goes for lodgings. You can stay in a very inexpensive pensione, or you can spend a lot of money and go for the 5 stars deluxe. We'll show you the Hotel Quisisana in a moment. The real focal point of the entire island is this little piazza. The piazza in the town of Capri. As cute as could be, the funiculare comes up here. There's a nice view looking down onto the waters and Marina Grande. And this is where people hang out. A little church bell tower, cafes. This is a place to see and be seen. It's a great spot for people watching. And in the evening, it's a little bit more calm as the day trippers have gone home. And yet still a lively spot with the cafes and the beautiful flowers and the charming buildings all around it, the little piazza of Capri. The name is the Piazza Umberto I, but it's also known as the Piazzetta, the small square. It's definitely the social center of the island. The La Palma was the first hotel constructed on Capri in 1820, and it's right in the middle of the village. It's a great location, typically Mediterranean architecture. A 10-minute walk through town brings you to the spectacular lookout at the Gardens of Augustus. From here, you'll enjoy wonderful views in both directions. You'll notice some giant stony spires offshore. These are called the Fariglioni and stand as some of the symbols of Capri. If you're feeling energetic, you can actually walk down a winding footpath to the waters far below, or more likely just kick back and relax here at the park on the terrace overlooking this magnificent view. You can have a picnic lunch in the park, or you can just enjoy the view, take your photographs, maybe jot a postcard, and then head back into the village of Capri, which is only a few minutes in the other direction. And there you'll find a wide variety of shops and restaurants. And we're going to take you into the most beautiful hotel on the island, the Quisisana. It's a 5-star property, and it'll cost you almost $400 a night if you want to stay here. Or you can just go in and have a quick look around, or sit on the terrace, have a nice tea or some other palatable beverage. Beautiful on the interior. The marble is polished to a high sheen. You can see they take excellent care of the Quisisana, and they'll take excellent care of you if you choose to stay here, if you can afford the big splurge. Or you could have dinner here. There are 2 restaurants open to the public, expensive and very delicious. Many other spots to pick from in Capri. You don't have to really blow a fortune to enjoy yourself. Really, you can come out for the day and spend very little if you just take the boat out take the funicular up to Capri town, walk around as you see here and enjoy the sights. It does get a little crowded in the middle of Capri town. This seems to be where all the tourists are converging. Look around, have an ice cream cone, and then go back to Sorrento by boat. You can get out of here for under $20. For us too, it's time to go as we make our way back to the harbor and catch our boat to Sorrento.
We call it Marina Grande
Okay.
because it's the north side of Capri, and it's in Capri we say Marina Grande mean a bigger beach, but you saw already it's a little beach. You know, we call it Marina Grande.
For you, it's big, right?
It's been quite a day, but actually we've done all of this Capri sightseeing in the morning, and now it's just early afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock, and we have more things to do. We've got to grab a little quick snack here in an ice cream shop first before we catch our boat. Timing it just right, so there's a few minutes to spare looking around in the harbor of Marina Grande. Here's the funicular that you can take up into the village of Capri. It runs about every 10 minutes, and it costs under $1 for the one-way ride. That's a pretty good deal. Last chance to buy some souvenirs, perhaps a t-shirt that says Capri or a straw hat. Ceramic plates are very popular here. It's a nice little harbor. It's kind of unplanned, unintentional architecture that just grew up hodgepodge in a pleasing way. Cheek by jowl, the buildings filled in and lined the waterfront. Fishermen still bring their boats in every day and pull them up onto the little gravel beach there for protection from the elements. And this is the main harbor for the boats that ply back and forth from Capri to the mainland.